GMB Nottingham Panthers versus the Fife Flyers. Panthers leading by 7-2 at the end of the first leg of the Cup quarter-final. But this isn't just the Cup quarter-final, this is the Challenge Cup quarter-final, and we all call the Challenge Cup Nottingham's Cup. We've won it 5 years in a row, and it was going to be awkward playing on a wet and wintry night in Nottingham just after the festive period against a side that were 5 goals behind on aggregate before the puck was dropped. Would Panthers be able to protect that lead? Would Fife be able to encroach on that lead? All will be revealed. But there were talking points along the way. An injury to Chris Higgins. Was it a bad one? We'll have to wait and see. A talking point on a power play goal for the Fife Flyers. The referee gave a penalty for illegal equipment against Brian Schmidt, but that rule changed in the summer, and it was the first any one of us knew about it. And finally, there was a goal for Fife that went in, out the back of the net, round the ice, and about 10 seconds later, the refs consulted, and after a committee meeting, decided the goal should, quite rightly, stand. It was close, but on top of everything else, Panthers got Craig Kowalski back from injury, and he got some valuable minutes under his belt, and the Panthers went through to the semi-finals. 6.5 minutes gone, Neely. Panthers get it forward. He's Jonathan Boxall. He'll get a lot of ice time tonight. Right to the back door and turned in by Robert Farmer. The goal coming at 6:23. And that means it's a 6-goal spread on aggregate. And everyone can start just to say, well, it's not going to go the way it went last time we played Fife, and Panthers are well on the way to a semi-final berth against Sheffield or Dundee. What a semi-final that will be if it is indeed the Panthers versus the arch-enemy Steelers. But nice opening goal, great work by Johnny Boxall.
Yeah, it was a great play by Boxy there. Nice backhand, cross-ice pass and a nice finish by Farm. So yeah, I think even though it's only 1 goal, I think, obviously now it's 6, and that hopefully that will probably deflate Fife a little bit. And I think if we can get 1 more, it'll kind of put it a little bit out of reach. So yeah, great play by Boxy though.
He's got that one across to Schmidt as well, following a nice save by Matthias Modig. He makes the first save, doesn't he? You're in the netminders union, and I know you won't mind being up here with the 2 import goalies. And a quick reply by Reba. 6:50, Fife make it 1-1 on the night. Panthers back to a 5-goal spread on aggregate. Mike Berube. He did so well to play on in commentary after he put his arm up to protect himself from a slap shot.
Yeah, he had I assume you saw it, but he had a welt on his arm the size of an egg. So yeah, I know he had an X-ray and he's...
It's loose in front. Fife have taken the lead. Made the first save, but the rebound was in front. And the crumbs are swept into the biscuit barrel behind Matthias Modig. Fife are playing a bit taller now, aren't they? They're playing a bit bigger.
Yeah, I think obviously the last thing... Oh, here we go.
Yes, goal for the Panthers. Cody Wild jumps into the play when Fife coughed the puck up, and when you cough the puck up to the top of the FM Sudafix sign, and Cody Wild's coming in, there was no sign of any injury there. He let it rip, and we're tied at 2 on the night at 10:16.
Yeah, Cody's got a great shot there. He's the one you want for the puck to fall to in that situation. It's a great shot.
He was pumped about that as well, wasn't he? I haven't noticed the weather girls this year as much. They used to be at the front of about block 6. Oh, Lawrence makes room, shoots and scores! 14:09, super stick handling, super shooting, right in the bottom corner, and Reagan fires the puck down the ice in disgust. Panthers lead by 3-2 on the night, and by 6 on aggregate.
He makes it look so easy, honestly. He scores goals like that in practice every day. He's got one of the best shots I've ever seen, and that was almost effortless.
He's got that lazy river style, hasn't he? He doesn't look like he's busting a gut, but then if you watch him in a foot race, he's up with anybody.
Oh yeah.
And then that stick handling him.
And he has it, and it looks like he's, like you said, he's got that lazy swagger. He's just holding it, and then boom, before you know it, it's past you. And I know how that feels. So
he's got a European passport. It's such a shame because he's got some skills.
And he's a good player. And you know what's funny? We were saying it's, I'm not saying he's the toughest person out there, but like he can fight. We saw it a bit last year.
Oh, that ricocheted around and fell kindly for the Fife Flyers at 18:35, and they've got one back to tie it on the night 3-3. The roar in the background as they've just announced Craig Kowalski's taken over in nets. He's been out sideline. How long's he been out, Dan? About a month?
Yeah, I think it's been at least a month, and then obviously before that he was back for sort of
one game.
A game, yeah. So I think he's probably been out over 2 months, bar sort of one weekend or a couple of games. So yeah, it's great to see him get back in and hopefully get two periods.
I hope they've rubbed some Raljex or something on his legs and his groins. Just to warm him up. I'm sure he's been in the corridor stretching a lot. He'll have been told as soon as the first period was over, okay, you're going in second period. Benedict kicks towards the right wing. Panthers on side. Nice play through the legs from Wide to Jacina. Back to Wild. Back to Steve Lee. Shot. Hits escape. Probably Brandon Benedict's. Terry brings it round. Wild makes some room. Gets going. Goes past Wands as though he's not there. Back door. Greg Jacina tries to walk it in. Referee's down on the ice. Cody Wild's put it in. Surely the goal's going to be given. Michael Hicks is struggling on exactly the spot where he got hit with the puck in a previous game.
Yeah, I think, honestly, he just fell. I just sort of saw it out of the corner of my eye. I don't know if one of their guys hit him or tripped him, but that was a nice goal by Cody. A little bit of a scramble around the net. Juice couldn't quite put it in, but Cody was there for his second goal of the game.
She got at least expenses. I think she got paid. Yeah, it's for picking up the stick. You're dead right. Which is having two sticks in his hand.
I mean, honestly, I didn't think he picked it up. I thought he just slid it to him or kicked it to him, but I know, lets us work on our power play. Probably give Killer a little bit of work, so.
I hope he can hang on to the stick. It's gone down and they've scored it up off his shoulder.
That's a shame. It's a lucky goal.
Comes at 38.54 on a dodgy call for illegal equipment for having two sticks in his arms. Brian Schmidt flaps his arms. We're locked at 4 on the night.
I think Benny's probably saying exactly that to him, and especially in this kind of a game. It wasn't like the puck was in the neutral zone. It had no bearing on anything. It was just one of those calls.
Nice play by Panthers to work it out of the zone involving Steve Lee and Robert Farmer. Graham dishes it off to Higgins. Higgins makes some room. Then he's tripped from behind. Oh, and he's hurt.
Here comes Farms.
In a game like this, you don't need a leg out like that. Physio Scott Poundle's got to come on. Chris Higgins is in real agony there. In a nothing game like this, he did not need a cheap penalty like that doing on him. Farmer tries to send it down the middle channel. Okay, here we go, 1-on-1. Chamont versus Kowalski. Shoots and scores. 42-55, 5-4. Fife Flyers take the lead. A little bit of soccer ball skill, I think, in there from Ollie Bettridge. Kept the move going, but now Fife come the other way. Fulton wants it. Chamont, who scored on the breakaway, gives it to the man at the back door.
Oh, you know what? I think that might have gone through the net.
Panthers at the other end.
I don't want to say it went through the net, and I hope it didn't. I don't know if we can see a replay here somewhere, but they seemed pretty certain. I don't know if there's any way they can check. I'm pretty sure there's not. But
the other thing is that the net that wobbled was on this side, our side of the ice. Kowalski's right, and you can't hit the outside of the net from the right wing.
Exactly,
from there.
And he shot it across in that side. Even though
Johnny Liptrott's asking the goal judge. They don't usually even bother with the goal judges.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if they give it, because I would just be interested to see it, just out of pure interest, to see if we can see it. But
well, we might not have a camera behind that goal at that end in the third period. Or we will have, so we'll have a good look at it. I mean, there won't be a hole in the net as there is in other rinks, but sometimes you can just hit it so hard and it hits exactly. They've given the goal.
Wow.
They've given the goal. The big worry is Chris Higgins' injury.
Yeah.
Panthers shoot into the pads through Jonathan Boxhill, and here comes the hooter. Fife get their second win in as many visits, but Panthers had a 5-goal cushion in this Cup quarter-final. So Panthers go through by 11 goals to 8, is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
11-8, Panthers go through on aggregate to meet the winners of Sheffield versus Dundee. It was an awkward one, we've got it out the way. GMB Panthers in a competition they've won 5 years running. My thanks to Dan Green on the colour commentators, Mike, to Matt and Mark Daunt on the cameras. This is Gary Rand saying bye for now, folks. Thanks for watching. Panthers are through to the Cup semi-finals. And Mosey Panthers got the job done. It's your first year with the Panthers, but Panthers are in the semi-final of the Cup for a 6th year in a row.
Yeah, it's very exciting. You know, we didn't play the best we could tonight, but we made it to the next round, and it's something we need to keep moving forward, and we've got to keep building and getting better.
It was an awkward game, wasn't it? A 5-goal margin from the first one. You know, the fans did brilliant. There was like 2,500, 3,000 in the building on a wet and windy, horrible, wintry night to see a game that was pretty much a foregone conclusion. There were some interesting talking points as well. Kowalski got some ice time and really upped his game in the last 10 minutes when he needed to.
Yeah, it was great having Kills back. You know, he's been out for a while, and I think, you know, having him back there, a lot of guys are comfortable playing with him, and he moves the puck good as a goalie, and he came in, he made the saves that he needed to, and he played great for us.
They gave a goal to Fife that went straight through the net and out the other side, but I think it went in.
I think it went in too, yeah. I didn't really see it, but all I saw was the puck kind of go to the net and slow down, so I'm guessing it went in.
From up in the commentary booth, it was the side of the net that couldn't possibly been hit on the outside from where it was shot from, so it kind of, you know, by default had to be a goal.
It's a weird goal, and it happens, but you know what? We just got to bounce back, and we made it to the next round. That's the biggest thing.
And there was one other talking point. Brian Schmidt got an illegal equipment penalty for sliding Kowalski's stick back to him when he dropped it.
Yeah.
Which is now the illegal move. It used to be you couldn't pick it up and have two in your hands, but now you can do that. You can't slide it to him.
Yeah, it's good to know that now, because to be honest, I thought you just couldn't pick the stick up, and a lot of guys thought you couldn't pick the stick up, but I guess sliding it is illegal now, so it's good to know that moving forward.
It's good to know it, but I don't know who thought that one up. But as you say, the big thing is Panthers are through to the Cup semi-finals.
That's the big thing.